yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ding Makuei. Professionally, I'm a lawyer and an author as well. I've written 2 books so far. My first book is Dancing Between Cultures, which was published in 2020. It's a book that is written out of my personal experience and life journey as being a South Sudanese. My second book, which I'm about to launch, is Handling Grief, the loss of a loved one. Is also written on a personal journey after having lost my mom, my uncle, and my father-in-law in a very short period of time. I'm a mother, of course. I'm a wife. I'm your sister in this journey of dancing between cultures.
Amazing. Question number 2. You are a lawyer, business leader, and now a two-time elder. How do these worlds influence each other in your work?
Well, being a lawyer means that I'm dealing with people and people's lives. I'm dealing with their issues, their personal journeys, storytelling. And generally, most of my clients, 90% of our clientele, are from culturally diverse backgrounds, most of them being South Sudanese to be precise. It means that I understand their culture, I know their struggles, I know their personal journeys. So clearly, for example, my 2 books are written out of an experience that many of the South Sudanese would have walked. And yeah, the two worlds collide in that, yeah, I work with the same clients that I speak to, and that is clearly the message that I would want to pass sometimes in this podcast. Yeah.
Okay. To our next question. You told about dancing between cultures for many South Sudanese. Can you tell us more about that?
So, dancing between cultures is a reflection of my own struggles of having lived as a South Sudanese, but navigating different cultures. During the war, a lot of us as South Sudanese have migrated to different countries around the world. We have gone to Canada, to Australia, to America. Others are living in Kenya, for example, the neighboring East African countries. What I found as a person is that while living in all those different countries, we've always maintained our identity as South Sudanese. We've always wanted to connect to home. We've always wanted to belong, to have a sense of belonging as South Sudanese. Now, dancing between cultures, sometimes we've found that as we embrace our new homes where we are, we sometimes are faced with the challenges of having to celebrate our roots, where we come from. A lot of people are left with questions. For example, I'm a mother, as I said before, and I've got 3 kids who were born in Australia, but I'm raising them as South Sudanese. And sometimes they've got these big questions about South Sudan that they've never visited. So dancing between cultures is a space that I really want to have for people that have the big questions, that they can feel safe to have those answers. And it's not about me, it's about every other South Sudanese that is living out there, is living in America, is living in Australia, is living in Canada, is living in the neighboring East African countries, that has big questions about where they come from and wanting to celebrate their culture, wanting to celebrate their roots, and wanting to belong as a South Sudanese.
What do you hope to achieve with your podcast, Dancing Between Cultures?
As I said just now, it is a space, and I hope that it is a safe space for people to ask the big questions. Um, Dancing between cultures is not going to be about me, it's about the people that I will bring to this podcast, the people that would tell you about living in different worlds, the people that will tell you about what it means to be a South Sudanese living outside of home, but wanting always to belong as a South Sudanese and wanting to celebrate their culture and their beliefs.
Amazing. And to our last question, what message or feeling do you hope people listening to your podcast will walk away with?
That's a bit hard to answer, but I hope that as you walk away from this podcast or listening to any of the series that come on or the guests that will be invited here, is that you feel that you belong. You feel you are not on this journey alone, because I have traveled the world, I've gone to places, and I found South Sudanese everywhere having big questions and thinking sometimes that they are alone when they're talking about polygamy, when they're talking about parenting in a non-South Sudanese world. They feel that they might be alone. I want each and every South Sudanese out there to feel that this is a journey that we're all in. This is a journey where we can feel safe to ask those big questions. And I want you to go out with the feeling that you are loved, you are seen. And yes, we may not all have the answers to these questions, but it is a start. And the start always of fixing this issue is of dancing between cultures is about us coming together and talking about it, talking about our challenges of living outside of home and always wanting to belong.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me this opportunity as well to introduce my podcast. And yeah,